Hey everyone, I want to show you what we do to bleach out a European mount. So this would be what you would do after you've boiled or let it sit naturally in water for about 3 or 4 months. There's numerous ways to get all the flesh off. So this is after that. Pick whatever method you want. We prefer to just let them sit in a bucket for about 3 to 4 months at the most. You can do it a month or two. It just takes a little more work. Let it sit in water, and it will eventually rot all the flesh. So what do you do after that? So what I'm going to do is spend a minute. Let me tell you what we're going to do, and then I'll let you watch what we do. So if you go to a beauty supply house, okay, and you get some of this 40 volume, 40%. Can't hardly read the label here. Anyway, it's kind of faded, but it's 40% bleach, and it's almost like a gel. So if you'll get that from a beauty supply house, I don't know, $8, $7 or $8. That's what you need. And what you're gonna do is take an old paintbrush. I keep old paintbrushes for this very reason. Take an old paintbrush, and you're gonna see this. Right now, the skull is fairly dingy. All right. So you're going to just glop it on there. You're going to coat it down in this peroxide, and it's going to take numerous coats. So what we'll do is I'll time delay some of this, speed it up, time-lapse rather, some of this, speed it up so you can see kind of how the whole process works, and how it will go from really looking not so great to really looking clean. If you get 99% of the flesh off and just there's a little left, most of that will cook off. I call it cook off in the peroxide. So let me show you kind of what it looks like right now. We use a bucket. I use a bucket nonstop on this stuff because it just catches everything. But there it is. Okay, you can see it's kind of dingy. Kind of got a little bit of a flesh stain, so we want to bleach all of that. Okay, it'll look better if you like the white bleached look, which I think looks better against the actual antlers themselves around the bases. That white up against that brown earthy color looks really, really good. So you see in there's a little bit of flesh right there, just a little bit up in the nasal cavity, in those turbans in this nasal cavity. There's a little bit right there I see. There's maybe a tiny little bit right there. There's a little right there. So that'll all cook off. So here we go. This is what we're going to do. You got to get all that palate off too as best you can. There's a little bit there, but it'll all come off. Looks like we've got some little worms in there that have been eaten. So we're going to cook them off too. All right. So here we go. Let's get this started. Okay, now that we got it good and coated down, let me show you. Just an old brush, man. Got paint on it, no big deal. And we'll wash that peroxide out of there, and we'll just keep reusing it. When we're done, we'll just throw the brush away. But we've got it coated down. You can see here. I mean, we're pretty liberal with it. Try to get it in every little crack. This is the first coat, so it's going to start bubbling and, you know, doing what peroxide does. But we got it coated down everywhere. We just want to keep it off the antlers. We go right to the base up under there, you can see. And we're going to let that sit for about, I don't know, at least a day. I recommend 1 to 2 days. We'll let that sit. And then what we'll do is we won't wash it. We just put another coat right on top of it. We just keep doing the process here. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're gonna fly through this here on the next several coatings, and what you'll do is you'll go as long as you want to go until you get the desired color you want. This is much better than using bleach because bleach is very harsh on bone, it makes it brittle. So if you use this peroxide, it accomplishes the same thing of lightening the skull without damaging the bone and making it weak. So just takes a little process here, maybe 5 minutes every couple of days. After 3 or 4 applications, it's probably how you'll want it. So watch the rest of it. Here we go. Got it done. After all those coats and coats and coats of peroxide. You ready? There she is. So, as you can see, and I'll do a side by side, as you can see, compared to what it was before, this is 5 coats over a, about a 10-day period of time. 5 coats of peroxide, and major difference in our skull. Looks good. Pretty pleased with it. So you can do this yourself, right? Do a side by side, you'll see the difference. Looks way better. So that's the finished product, and we're pretty pleased with it. So you can save some money, do these yourself. Just follow what we did in the video, and it's really not that difficult to do. So there it is. He looks good.